Players and fans, we all love the above the rim highlight plays. Today we're talking about a few simple tools that you can add to your game, put you in the position to make these same plays in your own teams. Session 1. Playing instead of watching. Positioning and hustle to help your team. We start our first set of clips talking about defensive rotation. Here we have offensive player Momo Jones of Iona coming off a screen and roll which causes a switch. There's a mismatch here and Jones clearly has a lane to the basket. What we're really looking at is Robert Covington, who's the help defender. He's guarding a shooter in the corner. Because Covington is able to keep his vision straight ahead and on the ball at all times, he's able to come over and make a great block. In our next clip, we have Murphy Holloway from Mississippi, who's using his 250-pound frame to post up Odi Anosike, and he has about 50 pounds on him. Knowing that Carl Hall is in the middle of the lane right here, and you can see that his vision is on the ball as well as on his man. So as Murphy Holloway gets closer, Carl Hall actually leaves his man, comes over, makes the block, and grabs the ball to start the fast break. Jordan Hulls now has the ball and does a great job of splitting defenders on the pick and roll, going towards the basket, and finds an open Murphy Holloway. Now Holloway misses the fact there that he has one more pass to the WAC Player of the Year, Kyle Barone of Idaho, and they'd have an easy score. But instead, what happens is we get a good block. But that's not the real play. The guy who never touched the ball is former New York City Rice High School standout Durant Scott, playing for the University of Miami. And he makes it down the court in about 3.5 seconds, gets ahead of the 6'7", 230-pound Ed Daniel, who's much bigger than him and still ready to take the charge. Here, Odi Anosike comes over to set a screen and slips it, and to be able to help out his guard on the ball screen, Nick Minerath from Detroit hedges as he should. But with the slip, Anosike is now starting off, and he almost gets a 2-foot head start to the basket from him. Ramon Galloway gives him a great pass, but Minerath hustles and gets it back for the block. Here we're just talking about making an impact on your team with just pure hustle. These are guys from the top 64 seniors, guys that are heralded basketball players, and they're trying to make a pro career. And what do? They don't sit there and try and rest that they have more talent than the next guy. They're trying to hustle their way, trying to make sure that everybody knows that they're going to add to their team. And as we think about strength and conditioning towards this aspect of player development and adding to your game, hustle is part about heart, but it also has a lot to do with your conditioning as a player and how much you have left in that tank, how high that motor is.